know how everything can change in a matter of days. It was all good just a week ago. We beat up on the Chicago Sky a few days ago. 35-point victory. Caitlin Clark triple-double. Indiana Fever riding high. Indiana Fever fans riding high. Caitlin Clark supporters riding high. And then, of course, the dweebs do what the dweebs do. They make up nonsense. They make up lies. And the WNBA validate the lies. The WNBA validates the nonsense. The WNBA validates non-truth.
It was all good just a week ago. The Indiana Fever were flying high. Caitlin Clark had just dropped a triple-double, and Fever fans were louder than ever. But in less than 48 hours, all hell broke loose. Accusations, deception, and now a full-blown boycott threat. What just happened? Why is the WNBA trying to silence the very team saving the league?
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This dump, this turd of turds known as the WNBA, this damn league can't get the hell out of their own way. They don't get it. They just don't get it. The diva of dump divas, Kat Engelbert, she does not understand how fragile this fan base is. And by fragile, I'm referring to their level of loyalty to pretend basketball, which in this case doesn't exist.
The Indiana Fever have become the WNBA's cash cow. Ticket sales up, merch flying off shelves, viewership record-breaking. And at the center of it all, Caitlin Clark, the rookie rewriting WNBA history. So how did the league turn on them so fast?
You think the number one thing you'd be talking about after that game, after that amazing performance from Caitlin Clark, the triple-double, the amazing passes, the crazy shots, you'd think we would be talking about basketball. The number one thing you think we'd be investigating is how nobody else in the WNBA has ever done anything like Caitlin Clark is doing. We should be investigating the fact that Caitlin Clark's 4 threes in that game were more exciting than, like, if you go to 2022 and check out the top 10 plays of the WNBA season, her 4 threes in that game were more exciting than those 10 plays. Literally. Like, what she does in one game is single-handedly more exciting than anything we've ever seen in the WNBA. That's what we should.
It started with a foul. A simple, routine foul. Or so we thought. Angel Reese gives a nudge. Caitlin responds. The internet explodes. But then, accusations surfaced. Not about basketball, but about alleged racism in the stands. Noise. Controversy. But no proof.
This is what started all of this.
It's a flagrant. And then Chicago will maintain the basketball. Reese misses.
Okay, that was it. That noise you heard right there that sounds a little bit like a dolphin was actually a YouTuber called Flight Reacts. A laugh. All right, a laugh that it's my understanding actually gets played during NBA games too. That's what it's all about, because they tried to say that sounded like a monkey.
WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert hasn't said much, but her silence speaks volumes. While one side of the league gets painted as villains, another gets crowned as heroes. The Fever say they're being punished, not for foul play, but for winning too loudly.
National television. It's been the most polarizing conversation in all the sports over the last 24 hours, rather. Angel Reese, many would suggest that she overreacted, but Slick, do you have an issue with Angel Reese's reaction to Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul?
Yes, and I have an issue with the way she reacted. I have an issue with the way it's being handled by her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved.
Sources close to the team say this isn't just about one game. It's about control, visibility, power. The Fever are threatening boycott not over rumors, but over an alleged campaign to undermine their credibility. What's really happening behind closed doors?
Really thankful. They kept continuing to show up for us, and they make a lot of noise. Like, they're into it. They're not just sitting there. Like, they're invested in this basketball. It's great for our league. It's great for every team that gets to come and play here. I think we've had a lot of great battles, and they've helped us win a lot of games on this floor. So, like I said, hopefully we can bring the playoffs back here and give them a taste of it, because they deserve it. It's been since 2016. So It's only going to get better and better from here on out.
But Caitlin's poise only seems to fuel the fire. While she plays through the chaos, the league remains split. With fans divided, is Clark being held to a different standard?
Not a flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. Listen, I was at the game. If there was somebody being racist or saying shit, obviously boot him, never let him back. I would be stunned beyond belief if that was the case. This crowd, I've sat on the wood for a million games, been in a million environments. The crowd at the Fever game, little girls, families, ladies, nice crowd. You even though it's 100% false, by acknowledging we don't condone hate and not seeing that this was a internet
more to it.
Complete bullshit, you're lending credence to this. There was none of that. It was a great crowd, a positive crowd. Yeah, Angel Reese deserved to get her ass booed when she attacked Caitlin on a normal foul. Other than that,
The Fever fan base is the league's strongest. But now they're being demonized, labeled as toxic, problematic. Some even say racist. Yet they're the only ones consistently filling arenas.
The Fever said they wanted to hone their defensive skills last season. In the offseason, Stephanie White made it a point to drill that idea home. I mean, Caitlin Clark talked about upping her defense, and in the offseason, they picked up a lot of key defenders. They picked up Natasha Howard, who is the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, and last season, the Connecticut Sun came in first in their defensive rating. So what did the Fever do? They took Stephanie White, they took Keith Porter, they brought in Duana Bonner, and they said, we're doing this.
This is where it gets explosive. Fever ownership is reportedly furious. They believe the WNBA is endangering their brand, and they're now considering a historic move, pulling the team from league play in protest.
Today, the WNBA is investigating alleged racial comments that were directed at WNBA player Angel Reese by fans yesterday at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Actually, that game was on Sunday. The Players Union says it supports, on Saturday rather. The Players Union says it supports the investigation and condemns all forms of hate and discrimination.
The backlash is deafening. From past legends to rookie rivals, everyone's got an opinion, but very few are talking solutions.
People just aren't used to the heated intensity of a great rivalry. But in the NBA, we had MJ and the Pistons, we had Bird and Magic. We're kind of used to it. As Caitlin Clark in Indiana hammered the Chicago Sky, it was like 4.5 minutes left in the third. There was a foul. It should not have been upgraded to a flagrant foul. It was a foul. And I really think if you truly respect women's basketball, let them play. Sort of like guys. Rivalries equal ratings. Sports is better with intensity. Animosity is part of it. This is okay. Who cares if Angel Reese doesn't like Caitlin Clark? It's not soccer.
At stake, the credibility of a league already struggling for mainstream attention. If the WNBA loses Caitlin Clark or the Fever walk away, it may not recover. Will the league double down or finally listen to the fans?
Had Angel or anyone else done the exact same type of a foul to Caitlin, the storyline's different. I don't have an issue with the foul. I thought it was a hard foul. I was always taught you don't give up an easy basket, and that's what I thought Caitlin did. My thing with that was Stan did it.
Stand on business.
Yeah.
I got no issue with none of it. It's just basketball soft as hell right now on both sides of it. There ain't no damn flagrant foul.
Hear your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make for her?
It's just a great foul, you know? If you either Angel wide open 2 points or, we send them to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It was a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
Boycotts, accusations, secrets. The truth is still unraveling. But one thing's clear. The Indiana Fever aren't backing down, and the WNBA is running out of places to hide. What happens next could change women's basketball forever.
This audience, they have no loyalty to the WNBA. Their loyalty lies with Caitlin Clark, and that loyalty, it is not guaranteed to extend to the rest of this putrid league. No one is loyal to the dump. No one cares about the WNBA.
A league on fire, a superstar under siege, and a franchise threatening the unthinkable boycott. This is not just another WNBA rivalry. It's a full-blown crisis that's tearing the league at its seams. Indiana Fever fans are outraged. Caitlin Clark is bruised, but not broken. And the WNBA commissioner Kathy Engelbert, silent until now. What really happened behind the scenes of this explosive controversy? And why does it feel like the Fever are being punished for their success? The truth is deeper, darker, and more dangerous than you think.
From the crowd, the energy from the crowd, like they're also just itching for it, and that's not why you play. But I feel like that's the part of the game I take a lot of pride in. I want to be able to do a lot of different things for this team, and honestly, when I think I get the ball off of a missed shot, off the rebound, like I think it's a really hard. Other teams have a really hard time stopping us in transition, and I can just pitch it up to my teammates.
It all started on June 1st, Fever versus Sky. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. A heated game, packed arena, national spotlight. Then a foul. Angel Reese delivers a hard shot to Caitlin Clark. No ejection, no outrage. But when Clark responds on defense with a legal tackle, the internet erupts.
One word is describe Caitlin Clark.
Dog.
Slayful.
Generational.
Dominant. Passion.
Amazing.
Powerful.
Historical.
Legendary.
Ready.
Explosive. Badass.
Indiana.
Awesome. Amazing.
Amazing.
I have a statement from Mel Raines, who is the head of PSNE, saying, quote, "We are aware of the allegations of inappropriate fan conduct, and we are working closely with the WNBA to complete their investigation. We stand firm in our commitment to provide a safe environment for all WNBA players."
The media didn't just report the story, they shaped it. Reese's hit was labeled competitive. Clark's response? A spark for racial tension, fan blame, and WNBA backlash. Suddenly, Fever fans, the loudest, most loyal in the league, were cast as villains. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had a choice: address the growing chaos or let it fester. And for days, she chose silence, until pressure mounted from every corner, players, fans, and even Fever management. Behind closed doors, things got ugly. Indiana Fever front office reportedly confronted league executives. Sources say boycott was on the table. Why play in a league that punishes you for winning? For bringing in ratings, ticket sales, and sold-out arenas? Caitlin Clark didn't ask for this spotlight, she earned it. With record-breaking college stats, historic WNBA viewership, and unmatched jersey sales, she's the league's biggest asset. But the question is, why is the league treating her like a liability? If the WNBA thought silencing Fever fans would calm a storm, they were dead wrong. Petitions, hashtags, letters to the league. Fans turned anger into action. This is no longer about fouls or fans. It's about identity politics, league control, and fear of change. Old WNBA guard versus new media era. Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's changing the game's very culture. And that makes some people uncomfortable.